Hi guys, I know X. Hi guys, I'm here to give you guys a movie review, which is called The Avengers. Called The Avengers. If you guys never seen the very first movie of The Avengers, you guys don't know what you guys is missing. It's a really good, decent film, but there are some tanks, and there are some tanks. Definitely I do want to say, and there's one other thing that I just really do think that this person should have been added into the movies, despite Sony, which I will get into that here in a little bit, which I will. So I'm going to save for that, for best for last, and just want to say my own piece about that. So yeah. So what is the age of not the age? What is the Avengers movies really all about? Well, the Avengers really movie is all about where they have like Thor, Iron Man. I think there's another one called Black Widow. I do believe that's her or something like that, or so she has to go with the right there, Black Widow. Um, let's see who else. I know they have the Hulk. I know they have the guy shoots some arrows or something like that. I don't know what's his name or something like that. I don't know. I think his name is like Black Arrow or something like that. I really do not. I really do not know. I think there's yeah, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk is in there. Oh yeah. What's his name? The Avenger. The Avengers in that movie also as well too. I think that's it, and Thor too. I think I mentioned Thor too. So basically, they wanted that this guy, basically the captain, Samuel Jackson, or I would say Nick Fury, or I think that's his first name or something like that. But I'm just gonna call him Mr. Fury. Mr. Fury is the captain of the Avengers team. If you have not seen basically the end of the movie, in the movie of Iron Man, it was basically kind of like, I guess you probably would say it's basically kind of like Iron Man's own ambition, ambition to have, excuse me, to have a team. I definitely think, basically Nick, Mr. Fury probably did talk to Iron Man, what's his name is Tony Stark and stuff like that. So yeah. Now I'm gonna break down some of the characters who I really like and who I really don't like. Now let's start with Samuel Jackson. I would say Fury. Okay, Mr. Fury, or I would say Samuel Jackson, he still acts the way he want to act and stuff based on recent good movies. And the reason why he just acts like that, it kind of reminds me of Pulp Fiction, because which I'm not gonna watch and stuff like that, because I tried watching it one time before, but I swear I did not care for it really all that much, because I just didn't like the language of the movie. No offense, I just didn't care for it and stuff like that. But I see my fair share of that movie, but yeah, it's pretty messed up. I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, I kind of feel like that old Samuel Jackson is kind of like the same Samuel Jackson I used to know basically in this movie and stuff like that. In this movie, because since this movie is like a PG-13, because it's just a PG-13 movie. I would say, but regarding to the Pulp Fiction with Samuel Jackson, but yeah, I think Samuel Jackson did a really great job being Fury, Mr. Fury, and I think he really actually did. And I think he really actually did. And even though he has this big old giant ship, which is basically an airship, something like that, I don't think we don't have anything like that. That's a good ambition to have an airship to fly up in air and stuff like that, and basically all missile as well too. And then you also have this council with these guys, like, I don't know. I think they're part of the government or something like that, which I really do not know or anything like that, because Fury does not like taking orders from the council or something like that. I guess you can kind of say that. I guess he does. I guess he doesn't or something like that, because they usually they pretty much have more authority over Nick Fury. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I really don't know. But I would definitely would probably say that whatever they have to say, either Mr. Fury would agree or Mr. Fury would not agree or anything like that. I'm really kind of curious about the council, because I feel like that the council is basically they had no trust into Fury, because they think like Fury is like some kind of guys on a loose chain, like a dog strapped to his house and stuff like that, or a doghouse, or what you see what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying. But even though it's just that, I mean, Fury, or I would say Samuel Jackson, he's a dominant character, basically, in any other movies that really actually is, because what he does in certain movies, that's his kind of style. He likes to be the good of the bad guy, or the bad guy of the good. He just loves being himself. That's all he really does. Because I mean, we've seen this all of the time with Samuel Jackson and stuff. Because I never get enough Samuel Jackson. I love the guy. I love the guy really a lot. But sometimes the guy can be kind of mean and stuff like that and stuff. So even though that's just my opinion, but I do like Mr. Fairy. Mr. Fairy is definitely not one of my favorites in the films, but that he does have a saying you base, like I said, you base recent movies and base all those movies also too. So now let's talk about Thor. Thor, basically one of my favorite characters. One of my favorite characters in Marvel. Usually Spider-Man, but even though I will get into that here in a little bit, which I've already said, I will get into that in a little bit. But even though with Thor is just basically just one of my, like I said, he's one of my favorites. They call him the Thunder God or something like that. I guess that's what they call him or something like that. But I don't think he would not dress like Thor as a god or something like that. I really do not know or anything like that. But I think it's just the myth of a legendary folks tale or something like that. I definitely do think, or based on the comics and stuff like that. I don't think Thor is not really actually a god. I really don't think he really actually is, because I just don't think he's really that kind of person and stuff like that. I do love the actor of Thor. I think it's really good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think that the basically the playing Thor, I think it was a really great job. I mean, and just seeing who Thor really actually is. I wish they would just make the armor. I mean, make his whole costume basically of more appealing than the old version of Thor. I would love to see that, but even I don't. It doesn't really matter to me. But I rather want to see something more old fashioned, based of the Thor, and stuff like that. And I really do hope. I'm thinking he's still playing in those movies also. I think he really actually is. But even though Thor is just basically he's not really a bad guy or anything like that, but he's just basically it's just a guy, like if you push him, he'll push you, so and stuff. Especially his brother, which is based on Loki, was played in that film. So I definitely will get into Loki here in just a second. So yeah. So the next character I do want to talk about is Tony Stark. Tony Stark, the Iron Man guy. Oh man, I don't know what to say about that. I'm like, he seems he's a real smart guy, a geeky guy who loves technology. He has all the money in the world and stuff like that. It makes him happy, but he does a lot of good support for his team and what the Avengers stuff like that. He's a really key player to me, and basically in this film. And I know that basically what Tony Stark does not get along with Captain America. Well, I'll get into him and Captain America just don't get along with each other. I just think that Tony Stark just does not like to be bossed around. The reason why he does not like to be bossed around because he doesn't want to. He wants to be the more dominant guy, basically over the others, basically in the movies as well too. Is Tony Stark is a good guy, a bad guy? I mean, he's kind of in between, but he definitely does know what he's doing and stuff like that, and especially with the suit that he made and stuff like that and stuff. And because, like I said before, the guy's smart. I mean, he's really, really smart. He's very, very smart, and he knows what he's doing and stuff like that. And I don't know if he's going to return to basically being Iron Man again. I really don't think so, because I really would hate to see him that somebody replace him, because I really do not want to see that really happen. I think his name is Robert or something like that. I definitely do think that's his name. I don't know his last name. You guys will probably going to tell me. So now the next character, I definitely do want to get into this character known as Black Widow. I do believe that's I do believe that's what they call her, Black Widow, or just Widow or something like that. Or I really don't know. But even though basically with her is that one thing about the actor of her. I've heard that she didn't like the film that she played in that she was in. I've heard some people were not too very happy about the movie and stuff like that. And I think that she got withdrawn from the movie or something like that, or they just probably just canceled the movie altogether. I really do not know. I don't know really a whole lot of information of the Black Widow. I really do not know because I do believe that she does plays a pinnacle role, basically, in the Spider-Man series, which I definitely do think she does. But she does have the hots for Spider-Man. I'm not gonna lie, she really does. She really does. Or maybe I might be preferring as somebody else or something like that. But and there's not really much I can talk about her. But even though she's a very important character, basically in the Avengers, she really actually is. But even though that she's just an agent person. From what I do know, that she was from the agent of Shield, which I have not seen. I think it only has like 3 or 4 seasons, maybe two. Not really sure. Not really so sure. So yeah. Now also the other guy with the bow and arrow guy. I don't know a whole lot of information about him. I really do not know. He seems like he's another. He seems like he's the other agent guy, basically along with Black Widow. Even though he got his mind brainwashed, I would say, or something like that, by Loki, which I'll get into in just a second. And basically, he doesn't have no superpowers. He just uses his arrows. That's all he just uses and stuff like that. I think he just likes to use his arrows because I think it just makes it very fun for him to aim and stuff like that. And I don't think he never misses his target. I don't think he never does. But he does not have like no superpowers which I really do not even know or anything or I would think and stuff. So yeah, just want to say that. Want to say. Now I definitely want to talk about the Hulk. Okay, the Hulk issue. When I was sitting there watching this film, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's like one or two films they show different Hulk characters based in those two films. I don't know why they did that or something like that. Choosing different actors for them. They need to settle down with a movie that could be more appropriate for Hulk and stick with the same man and not just a different character based on Hulk. I really do not like that because that's just really throws off the series into out of balance. Something that I may not like, something I may not really like that. But I'm just really spectacle because I would expect to see this the same actors, but I mean, it is what it is, but that's just basically my opinion and stuff like that. So now let's talk about what's his name? The Avenger. I do believe no, not Avenger. Captain America. I do believe that's his name, Captain America. Okay, so basically, what Captain America is that the guy with the shield, he's a very loyal soldier. I mean, he's 100% soldier, 100% soldier, and he always support his people basically in the military. Now, some people may call him a Boy Scout kind of guy and stuff like that, and some people may think that he is. But even though he's really is not. He does not have really that much of superpower strength or something like that. But even though he was built up to be a super soldier, which I have not seen the Captain America, I need to go watch that because I've heard that was really good. I'm not really so sure and stuff because I do like Captain America, but he's not really one of my favorites. But I do like the guy, I really do. But he's very strong, he's very powerful. But I just don't think that he's not really the kind of guy that has like supernatural strength and stuff like that. But even though what's his instinct that he does that he is, it made him into being a super soldier, back then, and stuff. Like I said, where I have to watch the film. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's good or bad or not. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. And now there's gonna be a couple of people I definitely want to talk about. The first thing I definitely want to talk about is basically Spider-Man. One thing I was kind of disappointed in most of this basically in this film, Spider-Man did not play in this Avengers film. I don't know why or something like that. Maybe they wanted Tobey Maguire to be Spider-Man again or something like that, or maybe Tobey Maguire just wanted more money. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the Spider-Man films because I'm not saying the Amazing Spider-Man because I need to watch those. Because the reason why I don't like the original Spider-Mans with the Tobey Maguire because his character just really annoys me, and just especially Mary Jane screaming all the time, every single movie that she's in, and that's just something that I get really annoyed. It just really just gets on my nerves and stuff like that. They're not bad films. They're not really are bad films, but even though they're not my favorite films, and especially Sony, not Sony, Sony, Alden Spider-Man. I don't know what to say about that. So I mean, I'm not gonna really go there, but I wish that Spider-Man would come back to Marvel. I really wish they would bring him back. But so yeah. And now the final character I would definitely want to talk about is what's his name? Loki. Loki is related to Thor. Not Thor. Thor. That's what I mean. He's related to Thor. Him and Thor, they're not twins or anything like that. But even though basically in the first movie of Thor, which I will do, basically movie review maybe when it come after this video. But the one thing I definitely want to say is that I do like Thor really a lot. I really do, because he's a standout character. Really is. He's very powerful. I know I've already talked about, but it's just that basically after the movie, and especially what basically Loki's really is actually doing, and summoning this army of total aliens or something like that came from another world, something like that, where they were trying to get some of these guys to like this the cube or something like that, or the whatever you want to call it or something like that. It's some kind of special thing or something like that. I don't know. It's very dangerous or something like that. It could put the world at risk and stuff like that. And even though Loki needs it because he needs to summon his precious army and stuff like that. So yeah, and basically, I mean, to be honest with you, Loki can get kind of annoying basically in this movie. He can, because I really wish they would handle his character a lot more better instead of just being like the Mr. Bad Guy basically in the movie. I mean, the actor does a great job basically in the movie, but even though I think they just tend to overboard with his character. That's just basically what I think, basically my opinion. So yeah. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this movie review. I love to hear what you guys have to say. And do you guys like the film? You guys don't like the film? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. But yeah. Anyways, this is Unlike. I'll see you guys later. Take care. I hope you get some day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button, give me a thumbs up. And please hit the notification bell also to let me know you guys watch my videos. And please leave your comments below. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. Hope you still want day. Take care. God bless. Remember to slay. I love you guys. Please safe. And remember to stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care.